fish.
And have you fucked a fish? It's delightful. It's delightful.
They don't know what's delightful.
That's right. Well, goldfish have like a memory of 3-6 seconds.
Yeah.
So like a full size fish in the ocean maybe has like a 30-second memory. I don't know.
What's your thoughts on fish fucking?
Let's do an intro first, and then we can talk all about.
All
the fish
right,
fucking.
finally.
Who wants to take it? You want to take it? Or you take it.
You can take it.
Welcome to Circuit Board episode 14. This is a color circuit show that is all about the circuit board members. That comprises of myself, the gentleman to my right, Mr. Orion Kamiki, the gentleman to my left, Mr. Scott Brown.
Hello.
What it
Today we are
is.
missing Bon Bolam and Kendra Jean. Kendra is sick. Bon has a play, so they are busy on that front. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
I was telling Ryan earlier, we're going through all the iterations of color circuit on circuit board.
Right.
We've only done like all 5 of us like once.
Yeah.
And then everything else we've swapped out.
The intro to me.
But we
Yeah.
have done all. Yeah, we did all 5 of us. The very
Episode
first one you
12.
were on. This is your second or third circuit board?
Third.
This is your third circuit
12,
board?
13,
Yeah.
14.
Ooh.
2 more and I get to stay forever.
I think that's the rule.
And
Yeah.
a free sandwich.
And a free
Free sandwich.
So how have you been feeling, Orion?
Me?
This is
It
week
hasn't been-
3 for, or we're coming up on week 3 for you.
It hasn't
Yeah.
been that daunting.
Did you think it would be more?
No. I'm cool, calm, and collective.
You are cool, calm, and
Yeah.
collective.
Pretty much always.
I'm breaking down on the inside, but I hide it. I
Your
hide it really
exterior is
good. Yeah.
just
People think I
seamless.
don't go crazy.
right.
It's how low my eyes sit regularly.
All right, I think I got all this working.
All right.
All right, yeah, we're
we
running
up
a
on
little bit
everything?
slow and late today, but
It's a
It's
Sunday,
Sunday.
man.
it's Sunday.
It's
Sunday.
Yeah, we all got up a little late. I was making a PowerPoint for our next show, Screen Source. It comes on at 3 p.m. MST after this.
MST
with
3K.
your hosts, Kevin Bransford, Jason Weiler, and Jessica Ali Corliss. Or Jessica Amber. I don't know what she wants, like an online internet name. She does, I think, goes by Jessica Amber online
Yes.
on Facebook.
Yeah,
on
I did not
Instagram.
know her actual last name until very recently, and then I was doing it the opposite way, the Corliss Alice, whatever.
Corliss Alice.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's close. That's
Eh.
pretty close.
She knows who she is.
She knows who she is. Orion Kamiki, that's your actual last name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay.
Kaminki.
Octavius is my fake name, though.
Octavia's your fake name. Is that what you
Octavius with
want to
a
go
K.
by?
No, I don't know.
Orion's
We'll
a pretty
see.
cool name.
That's what everyone
cool name.
says.
Don't mess with that.
But
Like that's pretty great.
Octavius.
Mhm.
Octavius
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Yeah.
BL,
Blacksmith.
was it BLAXIMUS? Something like that. Blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Yeah.
Ah,
lost-
yes.
The lost pharaoh of.
Oh. Sweet. Cool. So I have some topics. If there isn't anything.
Taylor Swift dropped a new song and I love it. Everyone else hates it.
That's the topic.
That's
Yep.
my topic. That's gone. That's all
right.
I have to say.
Yeah,
about it.
I don't mind the song.
Yeah,
I
we
like
talked
it.
about it.
Yeah.
It's catchy. What
It's
are you going to expect
different.
from a pop singer?
Right.
Okay, so my question is then, when you guys say I don't mind it, like I kind of know where you stand. I think.
I
Hello,
love
Jessica.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. I think how much you like Taylor Swift. You talked about it with
Kendra.
and then you and Kendra also talked about football.
Mm-hmm. I'm missing my fantasy draft. for this.
Aw, so nice. of you.
Football.
But you, on the other hand,
Kendra put in the
you
chat.
said you do. What did Kendra say?
The I love it. The Taylor Swift song.
Of
course.
Cool.
Woo.
She kind of can't do anything wrong for Kendra, at least, even though she was
Right.
hanging out with Nazis, apparently. Did you guys see that picture?
Taylor Swift?
Yeah, I'll bring up the picture right now.
Cool.
I can't bring it up on here.
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Don't put this
Nazi.
type of contradiction on
There
me.
we go.
Yeah, I'm not making this up. This is
Like knowingly, or just like later on we found out that there is a great. I think it's a Tumblr page where they take Hitler quotes and they put her face by it,
I love the
and then
Photoshop.
and people would be like, "Oh, she's so inspirational," but they're Hitler quotes.
Can't shake it
awesome.
off how Taylor Swift became a Nazi idol.
Taylor Swift.
Well, she's like an Aryan dream.
What's this thing called?
Swastika?
How do you spell that?
SWASTI.
C-A?
I know,
K-A.
Kendra. They're lying. It's
K-A.
lies.
Yeah.
I'm.
There you go. That was a picture she took with that guy.
Oh
What
yeah,
are we
that was a
gonna-
while ago, right?
I think so, yeah. But it's just that I don't know if it's just now coming up or it's just something I saw recently. But
Is that a swastika or a
Yeah,
stick
it's a
figure?
Yeah,
swastika.
that's a swastika.
or a stick figure.
that's hard
I see
to-
a head.
Oh, well,
You know, the swastika wasn't always a German Nazi symbol.
well, it's a
Yes,
Native
yes.
American cross.
yeah.
I've
but
heard
it's
it
not
also
on
as
its
as
corner.
as like an old Buddhist symbol when it's turned or something and flipped.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, what they did was they took because if you go to the downtown to the chemo,
The
there's
tattoo
swastikas
shop.
everywhere.
The tattoo shop
Really?
Like in the
Farmington.
artistry because it's a Native American cross.
Ah.
But what Hitler and the Nazis did was turn it on its corner and kind of flipped it or whatever.
My guess is that if it
and-
was Buddhist, it would be Buddhist first.
Oh yeah, no,
Native second.
Nazis took and plundered
The tattoo shop.
the
in-
idea. Yeah.
The tattoo shop in Farmington has the Native American symbol on it on the very top, and everyone calls it the Nazi building.
The Nazi.
Yeah,
So this is what I was
sadly.
getting at is that you said it was good. The bigger question being, is it something that you're actively going to seek out? Like, I really want to listen to Taylor Swift song today.
I listened to it all morning yesterday.
Yes.
On
We've
repeat.
established that you
Oh,
listen
sorry.
to
Established
this
you're a
song.
big fan.
all right.
Um, Probably not. I might, when the album comes out, listen to it.
Okay.
Because I was telling Ryan this earlier. I was hanging out with my old band this week. We had practice and a show and stuff. And
Get action.
get action.
Get action.
And the singer, who's 10 years older than me, so like 40, he just turned 46. He was telling me how much, I guess, where he works, they're playing a lot of Taylor Swift, and he's really liking 1989.
Okay.
And he was like, "It's actually really good." So I was listening to it driving around this week, and yeah, no, it's like surgically made pop music. It's like it's supposed to be catchy. It's super catchy, and it's really fun to listen to. If you,
I heard the lyrics themselves were it was her shitting on a radio person that she like successfully sued.
well, I don't think the lyrics are about that.
That's what I
Really?
heard.
Well, I mean, it came out. You mean her new song?
I guess so. I don't
Okay.
know. I was on a podcast yesterday, and they also decided to talk about this topic.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
well, no. The thing I read about her most recent song was it's more about Kanye and all that bullshit.
Even though I've heard they're friends,
Oh yeah,
they squashed it. They squashed the beef.
Yeah,
Kendra says
like-
she has listened to it 5 times already in the last hour.
Wow, it's like she's here.
I want to yes and this. I have no care.
Yeah. Well, no. The thing
care.
with the thing with
Care.
the thing with the radio guy happened on the 1989 tour. So there's no song written about it. It might
it.
pop up on this album. I don't know. But yeah, that case involved an old boss of mine. He's the programming director. He was the programming director up in Denver, and he was named by the defendant. I don't know who was suing who in this case, but the DJ that got accused of touching Taylor Swift, he referred to his boss, aka my old boss, by name in the suit, and he actually had to. He actually had to go to court and testify. And there's a funny photo on my old boss's Instagram of his court portrait, and it's like, and he was just like nailed it because it doesn't look like him at all. But yeah, it's
I
kind
want a
of
court portrait.
interesting.
I have
Well,
a
do
couple.
something really great, and you might go to court for it.
Do something really great or really bad.
Yeah.
So our last week on Color Circuit was like a slower week. We had 2 shows so far this week. This will be our 3rd, and then we have a 4th right after this. That's a slower week for us. 3 days.
It has been, yeah.
Yeah, 3 days is a slower week for us. Although this upcoming week, God damn it, Ryan.
It's stuck in my head now.
This upcoming week, I
I'm
think
gonna
we have
turn you down on the old soundboard.
I think we have 7 shows slated
Next week?
Yeah.
for next week.
And we're doing more on-
Controller Alt Delete.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did. Well, I just want to go back to last week's. We did a lot of stuff on Control Alt Delete this past Monday.
Yeah.
And we had John on. That was his first time.
John
Conjicon.
Conjicon.
Yeah, he's a ton
Not
of
his
fun.
real last name. Oh.
And what do we play?
Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. Got to level
That was your
19
number one.
Titanium.
You got
What
to level
up?
19, and now you are at
Level
level
21.
21.
And Endless Solo. What's up? Sponsor me.
So what's yeah, so that was fun. We played some Nidhogg 2, which came out the week prior. That was a lot of fun.
Tried to play Dark Souls 3.
Didn't work.
It Dark Souled us.
It Dark Souled us.
Dark
Yeah.
Souled.
Halo Wars 2. So
We
I
played the
went-
campaign.
I was like producing, so like not totally listening to what you guys were saying, but you guys were laughing and having fun. So I
Yeah.
imagined you were
It
having a
was
good
fun.
time.
We
And
couldn't
then
beat
I
the
talked to
boss.
John afterwards, and he's like, "It was awful." He's like, "We were laughing because it was so awful."
Yeah, it was the campaign.
That's why.
Yeah, because you're kind of limited in it.
Oh, okay. And then we played one more game. It was
Keep
another
talking.
indie. Keep talking.
Nobody explodes.
And nobody explodes.
And Tito is the only one to explode us.
Yeah, Tito.
He
exploded us
stopped
like 10
talking?
times. He stopped talking. Yeah.
What?
Exactly. No, he was the bomb diffuser, and
Yeah.
it
Okay.
was awful.
That's where we
We're
got.
like, cut the fourth wire, so he cuts the fifth. It's literally just counting the
Sure.
wire.
Sure.
It was so much fun, though.
We
Have you,
had
have you played or seen this game played?
I've seen what you showed me. Yeah, I
It
haven't
was a
seen what you
lot
guys
of fun.
did.
Yeah, I love that.
we had
game,
some
yeah.
good sound bites though from Controller Art Delete. What it is.
What it is,
And,
that's your
and
new
Tito
catchphrase.
saying "nig hog."
Yeah, Tito accidentally said Nick.
Well.
Oh, Tito. And then we didn't do anything Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday we did Improv Bagel
Burnt.
and Burnt Bagel. And Elena joined us for Burnt Bagel, which is the first time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jessica fell asleep at like 9 o'clock. She's been doing that all week. She's tired. And so she wasn't on Burnt Bagel, but that was a lot of fun with Elena and some sound bites from that too. Wesley Swedenberg did a what would happen after Mayweather and McGregor fight in the locker room.
Oh,
And so I clipped that guy, and it's been watched a couple dozen times now. And
he
I
predicted it. That's what actually happened
predicted what was
yesterday.
going to happen.
I watched it,
Yeah, which was them making out furiously, and then
Mhm.
both orgasm.
and then it cut to black.
Cut to black.
Yeah, you get in with the fighting and everything, and it's a lot of emotions running high, and then
I don't know if that's easier.
what
or
do you
better.
gotta? Those emotions got to go somewhere,
You
right?
gotta go
And
somewhere.
it goes inside of another man.
Yeah,
And then
they're all on top of another man.
I clipped that and posted it into like Mayweather McGregor event pages, and people were liking it. They're like,
Cool,
"Oh, this is
yeah.
gonna happen." Yeah,
What
yeah.
is this?
That's pretty funny. And then today, so that was this week. What's coming up next week?
Oh, next week's busy.
Yeah.
Well,
Should we
back
talk
to
about
busy.
the end of this? Like the end of the thing is kind of like coming up next.
Oh, we could.
Good.
Yeah.
Um,
Shut down my
But
talking point.
we are doing more on Saturday next week, right? We're doing
Yes.
more stuff because we usually don't. We take you Saturday off to
yeah,
do
yeah.
whatever
Why are we
Saturday
doing-
things.
Oh, because we have
Chuckle
an
fucks.
episode of Chuckle Fucker coming up, so we're like, yeah, let's double up on Saturday.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
and we can get a lot of people to do what we're doing on
loved it.
Saturday, which we'll
Oh,
We'll see.
talk about. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see if we
we're
can.
doing.
You heard it here first.
What are you guys listening to or watching?
Listening to.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, there's a new Taylor Swift song.
All right, then I will go to what I'm listening to.
Yeah, what are you listening to, Dylan?
Not so much new music. The new Propaganda album I think just dropped, but it's mostly podcasts. I did this last week too, but what have I not talked about? I listened to Cashing In with T.J. Miller and
Oh, yeah.
Cash Levy.
Yeah.
I
Have you
like
listened to
TJ.
that?
No, I know it's on Nerdist, and
Nerdist
he
Network?
does it sporadically. It's not like every week or every month or whatever, but
Right. T.J. Miller. If you guys haven't seen, watch. There's an interview. They were talking about Silicon Valley, but not really. But it was supposed to be an interview for Silicon Valley. I mean, you've seen the show. I know you're a fan.
I've watched it too.
You've watched
Big
it.
fan.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
how many
Oh.
on a scale of 1 to 10 Taylor Swifts?
How
10
How much do you
Taylor
like?
Swifts. If
Okay.
Taylor Swift was in it, like 20.
Oh yeah, you'd
Damn.
have
Yeah.
to. You'd have to.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. But the interview that I saw for Silicon Valley, it was this woman that was interviewing T.J. Miller and the lead. What's his name?
Thomas Middleditch.
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 Yeah.
And they
Middleditch.
just took over the interview.
That's
She
great.
got like 2 words in.
Ah!
They're improv geniuses. They're
Oh,
so
is it
Yeah.
the one they're in like the lobby of a
Yes,
hotel?
yes, yes,
I,
you watched that
I
one?
watched that one too.
they're so
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, they're.
turned
That's what
into
made
an
me
interview-
realize I was like Middleditch and T.J. Miller are. They're so good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love their
Yeah.
comedy, and so it's kind of like that. T.J. Miller he kind of like doesn't care.
Mm-mm.
Which is what makes his comedy so good and
Sure.
his improv so good. He's like, he'll
He
just,
just
I'm
go-
just gonna fucking go for
He
it.
just goes
Yeah.
out of his way. Like,
Yeah.
And he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
He doesn't stop. So it was a good podcast.
Have you
Will I go
also
back to it?
seen-
Maybe.
There's he's on the what is it? The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. What is that? His
Sure.
new show.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
on that show, and he just rambles on and
Really?
on and on.
He doesn't like Colbert
and I feel like
getting in?
Colbert got a little annoyed. He kind of like just like stops talking a lot and just lets them talk for like 5 minutes. And it's
you
ridiculous.
kind of just have to let him go.
Yeah.
You can't
Let him
you can't
fizzle out.
control T.J.
Uh-uh.
Miller.
What
It's
do you
like
guys?
the wind.
What do you guys think about Colbert's new late show?
I haven't watched it.
I'm kind of trumped out, and his show is pretty much Trump stuff.
Well, that's every late show, huh?
Yeah, so because like everyone, and yes, I think people just love Stephen Colbert and his angle at it, and I think what he does is still solid. It's just I don't keep up with it just because. Okay, I get it. Oh, so I'll see things in my Facebook. Oh, Stephen Colbert blasts Trump. It's like, well, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't
everybody's
matter.
blasting
Yeah.
Trump. I don't remember
cares?
who posted this, but some comedian was like, God, it was somebody. It was a big celebrity, so we would all know. But it was like, fuck Colbert. Like they're so pissed that Colbert basically gave up, not gave up his last show, but gave up his like comedy genius
Mhm.
because I think he is a comedy genius. I love
Yeah,
his
Stephen Colbert
delivery
is-
for Colbert Report.
Yeah.
And they're just saying like his writers and him, they're just not like the caliber is so low now in regards to his humor that he's kind of like selling out. I think was the point that this person said, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Like I kind of agree with that. I've watched his late show. It's whatever.
Sure.
I don't find it particularly funny.
Mhm.
And then him and Daly came back for.
I mean, Jon Stewart.
I'm sorry,
Leroy.
John Daly.
Mr. Daily Show. Yeah.
Mr.
Leroy on
Daily
Twitch
Show.
says yo yo yo.
Yo, Leroy?
Leroy Sinclair.
What's up, Leroy?
Sinclair. Yo yo yo.
What do
yo.
you think about Stewart
Yo,
and
yo,
Daly?
yo.
Stewart and Daly.
Stewart
but
and Daly.
Colbert and Stewart came back for the polls when we were like deciding who's gonna be president.
Yeah.
There's a word for that.
Election.
For the election.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Did you vote?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And did you vote?
Hell yeah, it was my first time voting.
Oh, good
Really?
for you.
Yeah, because I was.
What
I
a
wasn't-
disappointed it
Yeah,
must be.
exactly. No,
Welcome
but
to the club.
because it was like I was too young the last election before this, so then this election I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because 4 years ago you were 19 or
Makes
20.
sense.
No, 17.
17. Yeah,
17. Sorry.
Think about that, kids.
I'm the youngin.
But anyways, they were like doing the election thing. That was kind of one of the more watched ones. I don't know if you saw that at all, and also just boring. And
Sure.
then they had what's his name on from Jurassic Park, also just a boring bit.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum?
Goldblum.
Really?
Had nothing important
I
to
love
say.
Jeff. Love
yeah.
me some Goldblum.
It was just weird. I'm just like whatever.
I've
on
only
Colbert
seen
now.
the
I'm
Colbert
pissed.
show with the T.J. Miller excerpt. That's all I've seen from it.
That's like yeah. You don't need to
Yeah.
watch anything else. It's not. I
Yeah.
mean, Colbert Report
TJ.
is. I think I put like maybe top 5 funniest things I've ever.
It was
funniest shows ever.
and it was a high like concept show. He was
Yes.
playing a character
Yeah.
Mhm.
which was it stood against everything he believed in, but this pompous right-wing over-the-top
That's what makes it
pundit.
so funny.
Yeah.
perfect.
And I mean I understand him not wanting to do that anymore
Yeah,
because he did
I
it
get that.
for and like consistently. Like I don't think there was a dip in quality
And
as
I
far
don't
as
think
that
he
show is
has to go
concerned.
back to that, but
No.
to give up on that quality of humor, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. did I
Kendra also
listen to?
loves the Colbert Report.
Colbert Report's
On
the
a
best.
scale of Taylor Swift,
How many Taylor
how many
Swifts
Taylor Swifts does the Colbert Report get?
out of 10?
I listened to Joe Kelly's Van Chronicles, where he just
Oh.
gets murderously high in his van.
Mm-hmm.
That dude
We
is
had him on. Yeah, he was a
ridiculously
funny guy, though. Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah. Right, we interviewed him for Chucklefucker, and then he went on stage, and then he ended with an incest joke, and I was like,
Did
I
you
love
listen
this guy.
to Judge John Hodgman or
No,
was that just
no,
in the
no.
queue?
Just it's in the queue.
I got burned out on it after
Okay.
a while because I listen to it every week and it's very funny, but it's just one of those
What's the
things that well, it's a courtroom setting,
Okay.
so they have bailiff Jesse Thorne, and he brings up this case, and you hear both sides of the case, and it's usually people over Skype calling in, and it's about normal everyday stuff. People have a beef with each other, a lighthearted beef usually, and then the Judge John Hodgman, he deliberates, he asks questions, then he goes into his chambers, then comes out with a verdict.
Okay.
And it's very well done. I listened to it for a long time, just kind of got burnt out on it, but I still think it's a quality show. There was one really good one where the case was a young girl, maybe 9 or 10, was really shy, and she didn't like her dad making her do things that made her uncomfortable.
Okay.
And one of the things that they put as like an Exhibit A sort of thing is they went to go see Bob's Burgers live. And so it was all the cast of Bob's Burgers doing stand-up, because they're all stand-ups. And there was a meet and greet thing afterwards, and the daughter was really shy about going up to meet Eugene Merman. And so John Hodgman got Eugene Merman on the phone, like as a guest to talk to her.
That's awesome.
And they were just like, well, yeah, I understand that, but did you think Eugene was going to attack you? Did you think he was going to make fun of you? And she was like, no, and I can totally relate to the little girls. Like, I just was really nervous.
Sure,
and, and the dad was kind of pushing her to do something she didn't want to. So that was like one of the exhibits.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a really good show.
Did you hear, I love Eugene. He is a co-host on Star Talk Radio often, which is
Neil deGrasse
Tyson's podcast. Very good. Love the idea and format of like, all right, we're going to talk about some high conceptual science stuff. But let's bring a comedian on to act as the audience surrogate and makes it easier to listen to because it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, that's a great format.
And Neil is really in with comedians. Like everyone,
Yes.
all comedians love him. And
everybody loves him.
Yeah.
But Eugene Merman posted recently on his Twitter account and Facebook, this guy made a he did a fan-made Bob's Burgers Archer crossover, and it was all in the world of Bob's Burgers though, so all of the characters from Archer were drawn in Bob's Burgers style.
That's fantastic.
And this guy clipped a bunch of audio, went through all the audio, and then like made a coherent kind of story where Bob's Burgers, their family, is meeting the Archer family, and they come in. You guys should watch it. It's only like 4 minutes, 5 minutes long. So the amazing thing that came out of this though is the creator of Bob's Burgers saw the video, messaged the guy, and said, would you want to work with us?
Yeah, you got a job out of it.
Would you? And the guy's like, this is my favorite show. Absolutely, I want to do
that's
this.
Fantastic.
It's like, like just God, you just do it, and then sometimes
I can relate to that.
How so?
With Color Circuit.
Get the name right. Get the name right.
Color Circuit.
Colored
Circuit. What's that?
What's
No, it's the same thing. I was just doing my thing.
Yeah.
You guys contacted me, and I was like, this is my favorite show.
Yeah, because you were doing all these Color Circuit like parodies and
yeah.
You were like,
I did a crossover show between Circuit Board and Chucklefuckers. That really caught your guys'
fantastic.
attention. I did it in the style of Controller Alt Delete.
oh,
Yeah.
But it was in the world of Chucklefucker.
Yeah, you had to be there.
I listened to My Favorite Murder, and it is turning into my new favorite podcast.
They're great.
Maybe not favorite, but God, it's so
I
good.
love Karen and Georgia. They're great.
Yeah, and they're stand-ups, right?
Karen is a longtime stand-up.
Okay.
Georgia, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not strictly, but yeah, Karen Kilgariff from I first saw her on Mr. Show.
Okay.
She was a writer and cast member on that, and she's a stand-up and has been. She writes for TV shows and just always kind of been around that world.
I listened
since
to an
like the
episode where
late
she said
90s.
she's did a Brian Posehn's 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Thing, so I was like, oh, so she does stand-up.
Yeah, and that whole group, that whole Mr. Show group and everything.
Right.
I'm currently listening to. No, I'm actually listening to the last podcast on the left, an episode of that. But yeah, like they have a little mini episode every week where they do like townhome murders, and then every week they have the original. Just they bring a murder that they want to talk about and they present it, and yeah, it's great.
It's so good.
Really
yeah,
good stuff.
it was really. I was really enticed. I found out about them because they were guests on Harmontown and Feral Audio. They're on Feral on the Audio Network. That's why.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like cross promotional stuff. It's oh yeah. So I listened to Put Your Hands Together with Cam and Rhea, Cameron Esposito and Rhea Butcher, I believe their names are. It was pretty good. It's a stand-up show, so it's hit or miss with some of the comedians.
Sure.
And then Rhea Rhea Butcher, which is the more butch one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, is that true?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, do you really not?
No.
Because you could even see with one has the long hair and one has
the
the
hair,
short hair.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Cameron has the
Yeah. Okay. So
thing over her
Rhea
eyes.
Butcher was
on the
really
side
sick
of
in the episode I listened
Mm.
to, so she kind of like gave up. Was just like,
Oh,
no, I'm not gonna
really?
do this anymore. So I was like, okay.
You take it. You got it. Yeah.
I listened to Scott Brown's Nerd Odyssey. I think we talked about that last week.
Who's
That was a good one.
Scott
Who's
Brown?
Scott Brown?
Who's Scott Brown? Who isn't Scott Brown? I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm currently watching episodes of Pushing Daisies for my next episode with Kevin
Okay.
Bransford
Yes,
of
yes, yes.
of
For Scott
Screen
Brown's-
Source. Scott Brown's Nerd Odyssey, a name no one else will have. That's why that podcast is named that.
If you would have gone with Nerd Odyssey, is Nerd Odyssey taken?
Maybe not.
You didn't look it up even.
And
did you like
that's
my names on it?
that might be what it gets shortened down to, or like,
Nerd Odyssey with Scott Brown.
or just yeah. Maybe if Nerd Odyssey isn't, but
no.
if I put no, next week on no,
No.
that's catchy. I like it.
No.
Do you listen to podcasts? You have like
Yeah. All right.
you listen. You have like a 2.5 hour commute,
Oh, I listen to nothing.
and you do
but
that
podcasts.
4 times a week.
Yikes.
Yeah.
right?
So it's like a 6-hour commute every weekend.
Yeah.
6 hours of commuting.
yeah.
And so, what do you do most of that time?
I listen to Rooster Teeth podcasts.
Okay.
That's it.
Basically.
Okay.
And then by the time I get into town, it switches over to rap music, so I can
Okay.
get pumped again.
I think we should expand your podcast. Like, there's so many
No,
good
but
ones.
listen to look at my podcast thing. There's these are all Rooster Teeth. Always Open, Dude Soup, Film House, Glitch Please.
But they're all under the
Rooster Teeth
Wow.
dome
podcast,
of
Off
Rooster
Topic.
Teeth.
That's basically like
And then-
what Color Circuit does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like that's all
Rooster
except
Teeth.
Color Board, whatever that is.
Colored board.
Colored Board. I don't really like the name of that.
I think that's one combination we haven't used. Maybe we should.
Wow. So what is your favorite Rooster Teeth podcast?
Let's see. I listen to Dude Soup.
Dude Soup. What's Dude Soup?
Dude Soup is their partner company. What is it? I can't even say the name. Funhouse. It's their
Okay.
podcast. They're like normal podcasts.
Okay.
yeah.
It's their
And
like
they talk a
in-house
lot about
podcast. It's kinda
video
like Circuit
games.
Board.
Yeah, they talk a lot more about video games and YouTube and
Okay.
movies and all, like everything.
Cool. Sweet.
Do you remember last week when we got the Sriracha?
Yes. Oh, did you get some back?
I got one.
Okay. What is it?
This is so boring too, because like Kendra's release were funny. This is all I got. Onion Kaminsky with a winky face and like a rocker.
Onion Kaminsky.
Yeah.
Onion Kaminsky.
I,
that was it.
That was my one
somebody's
Sriracha.
into
That
you,
is
man.
terrible
Onion
feedback.
Kaminsky. Woo, wink.
Yeah.
Like,
So so did you all sign up for Sarah Ha?
I did it to be funny.
Okay.
Not me.
To see if somebody would do something.
Yeah. I signed up, I guess, wholeheartedly, kind of looked for people, and then deleted it. Because I don't. So, because they didn't make Facebook so teenagers could harass other teenagers. That was just like a byproduct of Facebook.
Teen bullying.
But the actual like reason Sarah Ha exists is for
Critiques.
like
Constructive.
constructive criticism. What could possibly go wrong, right?
Oh, everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why does this even exist? Like, are people really getting
I'm gonna delete
what the app is set out to do, or is it mainly for people? Don't do it. Mainly for people to shit on other people.
I'm pretty sure it's just to shit on other people and say stuff you wouldn't say to the person.
I just don't see like where you would really fit in. Oh well, thanks to Sarah Ha, I'm better at my whatever, my corporate conversations or
the way
whatever.
Kendra said it is that she genuinely
Was
wants
looking
to
for-
better herself, and she thinks that this is a way to do it. I don't know. I mean, it is one way that obviously people are doing this, if that's really the intent.
I just like right out the gate, I can see. Oh, like
Yes, I agree with you.
I haven't seen
can-
one
how can this actually be
actual
used?
constructive feedback on anybody's.
Really?
Yeah.
See that yeah,
Like
that
friends
makes
are
sense to
sharing
me.
it.
Mhm.
That's what would come of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I don't think you would do it.
No.
Yeah.
I just
No.
installed it.
You just
Uninstalled
installed it.
it.
You just
Yeah.
uninstalled it.
It's
You're
gone.
over it.
I'm over it.
It kind of
Onion
it kind of
Kaminsky.
it died out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I didn't want to say I didn't say I wanted to better myself, says Kendra Jean on Twitch. I said I wanted to know what people didn't like about me.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
twist her words.
Oh, sorry. I know you don't want to better yourself ever.
Ever.
How can you better perfection?
How
right?
could you be better
Yeah.
than,
On
than
a
you?
scale
That
of
doesn't
1
exist.
Taylor Swift to 10, where do you find yourself on that scale?
I thought maybe you were gonna say, what would you rate Saraha?
On a s-
How many T-Swifts?
how many T-swizzles?
Do we ever figure out how it's actually pronounced?
Oh, I
Does
don't
it
know.
matter?
I don't think I've ever heard it properly pronounced.
I don't
Like
yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Uh-uh.
either. There's no consensus on
Sarah.
Saraha. Kind of like GIF and GIF, although the
The
Creator
guy who
did
created
say
the
it's
GIF said it's a GIF.
So I have an idea to revitalize Circuit Board podcast.
Okay.
I feel like it needs some revitalization. You brought
I
it
am
back
the re-
up,
Yeah.
and
See?
then it kind of dwindled back down.
It
again.
hasn't.
Well, it's hard to get a good dais for this weekly thing.
What's
you
a
know?
dais?
It's like what this is, like a
Podcast?
well,
on
no,
Color
like a
Circuit?
table of people and discussing something. It's like whenever they have like one of those Comedy Central roasts, they're like, oh, like I see Zach Braff's on the dais or whatever, and that's just like the lineup of people.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of the lineup.
Yeah.
All right.
So you want to revitalize
I have an idea.
Circuit Board?
Shut it down immediately if you feel.
No.
Immediately.
Give me like 1 second.
All right,
Give me a
let
chance.
me click my fidget cube.
Okay, you click that.
That sounds probably annoying. That's why I've been rolling the ball.
Oh,
So it
there's a
doesn't make any
silent part of
noise.
it, yeah.
It's got a ball roller.
Yeah.
There's all sort, because usually I just see what looks like the dice.
Yeah.
I see that part.
Because I love
and
clicking
then,
pens too.
Oh,
the
sure.
spins.
And I love that switch.
Yeah.
The switch on there, the clicking.
Wow,
And then when I got to
really
be silent, I guess
And then
gotta
one
roll
one
the
of them
ball.
is like there's nothing. on
Yeah,
it.
it's like
So just
those
a touch.
stress rocks that have like the smooth.
it's just smooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've never stress rock. I never. heard of
Yeah.
that.
So
I have
Dylan,
one. What's
to
this
revitalize Circuit Board.
fidget cubes for
Well,
everyone?
I was thinking about trying like a so this came to mind after last week's show, but I've been feeling this for a while. Like again, I think it needs a revitalization.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. And then also it kind of came into mind too because of Burnt Bagel we did last week,
Mhm.
and that's a lot of fun. But I was like, yeah, let me like jam a game into here and see if anything comes
Oh.
of it. And I jammed in the Urban Dictionary game that I came up with
Oh.
a while ago.
Yeah.
Turns out Urban Dictionary actually ended up making a game, like a board game.
Before you move
Oh,
on
okay.
from the Urban Dictionary, do you want to know how you spell eschatit or say it?
How do you say? Oh,
Because it's let's get it. It's a rapper verse, and it says escada.
oh my gosh, that
That's
totally
the way they say
changes.
it. Yeah.
Eschatit.
Eschatit. That's the way they were
Eschatit.
saying it, but the way it's
Okay,
pronounced
so
is
let me give you
eschatit.
some background.
I didn't hear
so
this.
the Urban Dictionary game is. I don't want to do that on this because I feel like I'm gonna keep that for Burnt Bagel. We'll see.
I'd swipe the floor with you.
Did
with
you
an
like
Urban
my game,
Dictionary.
by the way?
Yeah.
I thought it was a
stumped
cool
you
game.
off.
I came up with this on a
One pump
ride
right
from Montana to California. It was a very long drive, so I was like,
Mhm.
let's try this thing. So the idea is that you find a word on. I'll find a word on UrbanDictionary.com. You all try to guess the definition of it. Whoever gets the closest wins, and then they
Mhm.
pick a word, and so on
Okay.
and so forth.
Sure.
Pretty simple. And it went over pretty well, I think, on Big It was a lot of fun.
One pump like
It ended up actually the moderators or the people that picked every time were the
Mhm.
people that were in chat.
Okay.
So it made it more like interactive and fun. So I was thinking maybe we could just like I don't know, we can come up with some different games or ideas. The one I thought might work would be like a lightning round of things, this or that maybe type of lightning round, or what's
Kind of
your
a would you
favorite,
rather
least
or
favorite, would
something.
you rather, that kind of thing maybe. And so I'm thinking maybe I'll like do the first question, we'll all answer in like a clockwise order, and then you'll do the second question, we'll answer in clockwise order. I don't know, something like that. So like for instance, let's do. I'll pose the first question.
Okay.
Steve Carell or Steve Colbert?
Probably Carell.
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 Carell?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got a shaved ass.
What?
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 Oh, like
Hum?
you prefer as a person.
Yes.
Okay.
Or just in general, like,
Yeah.
do you have more fuzzy feelings towards one or the other?
I took it sexually.
Yes, you did.
well,
yeah.
whatever. That's valid.
I didn't even think about this answer, honestly. Now, I wasn't expecting you guys to say Carell. And now
So
it's
you were
changing
thinking?
my
Well, I
mind.
guess we were thinking.
you
We were
seen
talking
Little Miss
Colbert
Sunshine?
earlier. So
Uh,
Have you seen
no,
The
I
Office?
haven't. Yeah, The Office is like the reason
Sure.
why Carell would be. I also really like Dan in Real Life.
yeah,
It's kind of one
Yeah.
of his smaller
he's a great
movies. It's
actor.
really
yeah.
good.
Kendra
Movie?
has a game suggestion.
Okay, well, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
But Colbert, again, maybe my favorite show, like top
Sure.
5 or something. I think I could watch Colbert more than I can watch Carell's character on The Office because those are the highlights for both of them. I just think it hits more. I think it hits more often.
Honestly,
It's
don't like
fucking
The
hard.
Office. I
Jessica,
like him in
Colbert, or
movies.
Carell? Carell, man, I mean,
3-1.
Out. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So what's your game, Kendra?
Fuck, marry, kill, Steve Carell, Jon Stewart, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, kill
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh my God, Jimmy Fallon's the
I
fucking
think the game should be called
worst.
Kill Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
I hate
Kill.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, I have
He's
no.
not funny.
I
I shouldn't say I hate him.
Have
I
you
just
seen
do
the
not
movie
think he's
Taxi with him and Queen Latifah?
No, but it
Can't
sounds
say-
promising.
Amazing.
Can't say
Is
that
it
I
really
have.
good?
Like,
Jessica
yeah,
loves
that's
her
what made the
some
movie.
Queen
She made him better.
Jimmy Fallon could die.
Yeah,
Marry Jon Stewart.
I
I would
I'd-
marry Carell
I'd marry
because
Stewart.
I want to
Yeah.
actually want to get to know.
Yeah.
I love Carell.
I'd fuck Jon Stewart and
Yeah.
I'd marry Carell.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I'd fuck Steve Carell because I think he has a hairless ass. And then then
one
marry
thing
Jon
on him that's
Stewart
hairless.
because I feel like he can take care of me.
John Stewart.
He's got
can
that.
take
Oh,
that.
yeah, he's
got
got
that
Stewart
money. That lasts.
Yeah, he's got more
yeah.
than. Does he have more than Carell? Ooh,
let's
that's
just-
actually no.
That'd
Late
be
Night Money's
interesting.
got to be pretty good.
Well, and he did consistently. And
oh,
he-
I'm thinking of Colbert.
well,
Colbert.
like Jon Stewart, like yeah, he did it consistently for years.
I think Carell has more money.
And,
All these big budget films he's in.
Yeah, and it's one that does Jon Stewart have its own like if he has like his own production company and stuff maybe
Not that I know of.
okay
I did hear for a long time that he wanted to go on like HBO or something to do a new show.
yeah and he like directed a movie and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I don't know
I'm
Carell.
gonna say Carell has.
Well,
more
yeah,
money.
I mean if Carell if you factor in Office money and like that went on for what, how many years?
8.
Yeah, and that was a top-rated show.
Yeah.
He probably by the end of it was making millions an episode.
Yeah, yeah. I'll bet
So yeah, Carell's doing pretty good.
but what about is Fallon? I mean, Fallon did SNL.
Fallon's doing really good too. I
And
mean,
he did, and then he has his late night show now.
yeah,
And
that's a sweet gig.
yeah,
as
yeah, he's
far
making
as-
money for both of those. But I just think that movie money is better than TV money for the type of TV that they're doing.
This
Yeah,
SNL
I
and late
mean,
night.
nobody's starving in any of their bank accounts. I would love to have. As far as who's on top, no idea.
Steve Carell says here, according to the internet, a $50 million net worth, and
Oh,
Jon
shit.
Stewart, $80 million net worth.
Stewart's got more.
He retired
30
with
on top of
it
it.
says he retired with an $80 million net worth.
Wow. What about Fallon? I mean,
We don't care.
yeah, that's true.
I'm
Fallon
going
can't
to
be
kill
making-
him
We
in this game.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Do any of you have like? Do you have a?
35.
Do you want to do a fuck, marry, kill, or this or that, or
I can't think of
any
anything
ideas?
right now.
You have any? Orion?
I got one. A fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, Kanye West, Katy Perry.
Okay. I would. Oh God.
Exactly. Mine's easy. My answer. Kill Kanye, fuck
Okay.
Katy Perry, marry Taylor Swift. And then we can listen to all her songs for the rest of our life.
I feel like Taylor Swift would be the easiest to get along with. So maybe
Hmm.
marry her and fuck. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm the same. Marry Taylor. Because there's no way I'd marry Kanye. He's too arrogant.
You'd be doing
Yeah.
the world a favor.
I think
Yeah.
He's stuck in the sunken place.
so. Wait, are you on the Kill Kanye boat too?
Kill Kanye, marry Taylor, fuck.
Katy
Taylor,
Perry.
Katie. So we're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you?
Yeah,
what do you want?
I'd kill Kanye. If only I could.
You know,
Uh,
maybe I'd fuck Kanye and kill Katy Perry. you
It'd
know,
be a
just
better
to
story.
Just to demoralize them a little bit.
I fucked
I
Kanye
fucked
West.
Kanye West.
That'd be a way better story than I fucked Katy
Yeah,
Perry.
it'd be like, oh. It'd be like, yeah, I fucked Kanye West.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you switch your girls around?
I
Is
might
that what
switch
you're
the girls
thinking?
around.
So you
I might fuck
marry-
Taylor Swift, and then marry Katy Perry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So, something about Katy Perry, it's like more long term. I don't know if Taylor Swift would
Is
get
it
on
because
my
she
nerves
feels like a plastic
I feel
bag?
like
in the long
Perry
term.
would get more on my nerves.
Mm.
She
Do you
Perry,
ever
didn't
feel-
Perry date John
Orlando
Mayer,
Bloom.
Our
I'm sure he was.
She date
She was
John
one
Mayer?
of them.
do I want a song written
Exactly.
about?
Well,
me?
yeah, like the marriage to Taylor Swift isn't gonna last. Like it's not. It's just
I'ma
not.
make it last.
So you might as well just fuck her
I'm
and
gonna write
that's
it in a
it.
prenup.
Yeah.
I think
Katy Perry was dating Orlando Bloom there for a bit.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
I think Katy Perry. I think I just find her more. I think I might find her more attractive than Taylor Swift. I think Katy Perry has like the sexy, and then Taylor Swift has the really adorable, cute.
Yeah. Like when just.
But what about Kanye?
Well, he is just adorable all around. But no, in Katy Perry, just in my head, it's like more woman, Taylor Swift more girl.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
the
well, she's
delineation of it.
She's
yeah.
young. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though she's what, 20?
Probably
3?
6.
No, I think she's
6?
more mid-20s by now.
Mid-20s?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah, maybe 26.
Yeah.
Oh, now Kendra has a new game.
Okay.
Fuck,
Marry, collaborate.
with
Okay.
Brian Posehn, Louis C.K. or Sarah Silverman.
Oh, that's
Maybe
good.
because Louis is in the list, maybe we should put fuck, marry, watch, masturbate. Have you heard about this?
I've heard about this.
I haven't.
All right. Why don't you give us the scoop?
Well, apparently it's well known in comedy circles just because he's been doing comedy forever and road comics, all those stories and everything. Apparently Louis C.K. allegedly, this is all allegedly.
It is alleged.
Has a penchant for having female comedians making them watch him masturbate. Like if, and I believe Jen Kirkman said this on a Nerdist podcast a few years ago. And it was at the time, I remember listening to the episode, and at the time it was very, well, I'm not going to say his name, but it eventually came out that she was talking about Louis, that she will not do shows with him anymore. She doesn't want to be, just because there was a situation that came up, and then most recently Tig Notaro, who Louis C.K. is technically a producer on her Amazon show.
Yes.
One Mississippi. And they've said that it's basically a name only, like he's not hands-on at all. And he also famously posted up her cancer stand-up routine that went viral and kind of blew her up. That whole live thing where she was talking about being cancer.
Made her in some way.
In a way, like she was already kind of a known thing, but that when she did that stand-up bit and he saw it, he was like, I have to put this on the internet. And they sold it on his website for $5 and it became this big thing.
Wow, I didn't know.
But
Tig is big now.
yeah, Tig's great. And she is kind of calling him to action on this. Like, you need to speak up about this. You need to address this.
She's not accusing him, but she's saying you need to say something about it. Otherwise, this is going to get out of hand, or
another Bill Cosby thing. Like, you need to address this now. Like,
yeah, he really should nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
He has said though in past, like that this is all bullshit. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. I don't know his exact words, but it was something. It was the same sentiment.
Yeah.
So the question here for you, Orion, is what comedian would you jerk off in front of? That's what we were getting at, right?
I guess so. Yeah. But that's the
I'm just kidding. Please don't.
Dave Chappelle.
I don't want to.
Dave Chappelle.
I couldn't in front of anybody.
I would. I mean, he's my favorite. He's top 3 comedians for me. I'd collaborate with Louis. No question.
What Kendra said is funny. She's 28. She was born in 1989.
He was born in 1898.
Yeah, because that's the name
Taylor
of her
Swift's older than me.
title.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone's older than me.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm 17.
I would collaborate with Louis.
That joke never gets old.
I would marry Posehn and fuck Sarah Silverman. I mean, that's pretty easy.
I don't know
for
who
me.
Brian is off the top of my
Oh,
head.
Brian Posehn.
He's the big guy with the.
Well, what sitcom was he on?
I always think of him from Just Shoot Me.
Just Shoot Me, exactly.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, again, he was on Mr. Show.
Yeah, you're gonna look it up.
He's you've seen him.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
done a
I just
lot
don't
of.
He
just
hangs out in the Patton Oswalt circle.
on.
It's also, she misspelled his name. There's an H in there. Posehn.
Is she sick? But he was one half
Okay.
of the gay couple on the Sarah Silverman program,
Yeah,
which was like they were 2 schlubby guys, but they were just gay. Like,
So you recognize him?
yeah.
What do you know him from? Just seeing him around.
I'll get back to you on
All
that.
right. Yeah. I mean, I love
would-
Posehn. I really do.
I'd probably collaborate with Louis, marry Sarah, and fuck Brian because again,
Oh.
great story. See that guy?
I guess I didn't
had
think about it
sex
like
with-
who you're gonna spend every day with. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to spend every day with Posehn, but I mean Sarah Silverman. Yeah,
I'd spend every
fuck
day
her.
with Sarah's.
Yeah, Sarah.
And I'd fuck
Yeah,
Louis.
Posehn is like he's a huge nerd.
Yeah.
And, that's one of the reasons. I think he has like a kind of a niche comedy group. He's part of the alternative comedy scene in the '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, late '90s, the Mr. Show
It-
group.
It's probably New Girl.
That's where you know him.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
watched a lot of New Girl. I forgot about that show. 'Cause
There-
Yeah, I never even really
there-
watched
there-
it. We
there-
actually know we've had somebody on the channel here that is she's on New Girl, or she has been on it a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
She is what character, Jess? Barbara, what character does she play?
Oh, she is Schmidt's mom.
Schmidt's mother
okay.
is
Hmm.
Barbara Kerford, who is Albuquerque local improv
That's
actor,
crazy.
and she comes here every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been on our script reads and what has she been on
No,
script reads?
she's done some board games with us.
Oh, okay.
And then what else did she do with us?
Did she do improv?
Slut Monkey. She did some.
Oh,
improv
okay,
with
she
us.
did improv. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Um,
the last episode of Slut Monkey, which is now called
Improv Bagel.
Improv Bagel.
There's a great scene at the beginning of the Comedians of Comedy documentary, the tour that Patton Oswalt, Brian Posehn, Maria Bamford, and Zach Galifianakis went on.
Onion, the Big Onion tour.
No, that's a separate
Oh, sorry.
movie.
I missed the top of that.
But yeah, it's this tour documentary with those comedians, and they pick Brian Posehn up at his house, and he kind of shows around, and his office is just all Simpsons action figures
cool.
and comic books. And
Oh, I have so many Simpsons action figures.
ya?
Yeah.
do you,
we bought
do you
'em
get
on-
the scenes like
Yeah,
Moe's
like
Bar
all
and
of 'em.
stuff?
I don't know. We bought them on eBay like
Uh-huh.
a long time ago. Like all of them.
Really? Who's
Yeah.
we? You and your brother?
Me and
or
my mom.
You and your mom.
Oh,
she's
cool.
a huge Simpsons
No,
fan?
because she's a huge collector of everything. She
Nice.
has tons of dolls, tons of Barbies, and then it was like this was an excuse where I get toys too.
Yeah.
And then she, like every time I get an allowance, she'd say it was $5 for a toy. So I'd be spending my allowance, giving it back to my mom for toys that were just in our house.
Did she?
She's a hustler.
Damn.
Yeah.
Does she?
You got robbed.
Do you guys like display them and?
Oh no, they're in like a container now.
You can't touch
Oh,
them.
okay,
You
okay.
can't, yeah.
I haven't even looked at them in a long time.
Did
I should steal them.
But you have
should.
them.
I have
That's
them.
the thing. Yeah.
that's sweet.
That's like too with like the Happy Meal toys, like a long time ago. I
They had
remember
some good toys.
like
I'm
the
sure they
Power
still
Rangers.
do.
Yeah, I haven't checked in, but
like
yeah.
we had all the Power Ranger ones.
Mhm.
That's
I had
why-
all the Pokemon Gold tablets.
Oh, like
Yeah.
from Burger King.
Oh, is that Burger King?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
they also had like the Dragon Ball Z at Burger King, and then the Lord of the Rings like thing. And then you like had the whole circle, and it had all the characters.
Is that Burger King also?
Yeah.
Burger King
Mm.
did it better then.
Yeah, they were cooler.
Yeah. They were like,
Yeah.
they were the cooler kids.
That's why I had to buy all the new Power Ranger pop vinyl figures. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I got one, and I was like,
Did you watch the new movie?
Yeah, I cried. It made me cry.
Interesting.
The movie does something really great that the show doesn't do. It brings it focuses more on the characters,
Okay.
like the actual, not them in their suits. It's
That's
like
good.
them emotionally as these 5 teenagers going through it. They really do a good job. And it made
Because
me cry.
the TV show was more like get to the suits, get to
Yeah.
the robots. I want to see that shit. Not
This
really
one-
about the dumb.
Not a good show.
This one was
kids.
like,
Yeah.
So
here's
I
all this
I
drama.
have a question. What's the official title of that movie?
Power Rangers.
It's not Mighty Morphin. It's
Uh-uh.
Power Rangers.
I thought it was like Saba's.
Saban's. Oh yeah, it is
It's-
Saban's Power Rangers.
That's ridiculous to throw your name at the front of a movie.
I created
They've been
it. It's
doing it
mine.
since
That's awful.
1994.
That's like if I call it like Dylan's Color Circuit. I don't
Yeah.
like that choice.
Just like yeah, I mean,
Your show, fine, it's a podcast, but an entire movie production.
sure,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, no, yeah, it's literally my
Saban's in
thing.
really
so it's
small
just yeah,
letters.
but
yeah.
Saban's in really small letters.
Okay.
above
But
the Rangers.
I want to know if that's the official title.
It's just
it is
symbols
it
of
is
Power
actually
Rangers.
where I work sometimes. They record little those preview shows that are on like satellite feeds for like, hey, check out channel 127 for pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
And like coming up this week, Saban's Power, and they have
they
to
have
say
to
it,
say it.
They have to
Saban's
say
Power.
it. Yeah,
That's
so that
the,
is-
It is
that's the
Saban's
title.
Power Rangers.
That's
though.
Yeah.
weird. How do you feel about that? Would you?
I love Power Rangers. I don't care. I'm like,
I don't care
hell
what you call
yeah.
it.
That is a weird technical. Do you? So you like the old show? And
Yeah,
all
I've
that?
watched Mighty Morphin, Turbo, Lost Galaxy.
Damn, you do love Power Rangers.
It seems like
Rescue,
they
They're still making shows,
Lost
right?
in Space. I stopped after like 2004 when
Okay.
it was
I'm
Dino
pretty sure
Thunder.
they're still doing stuff.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they,
Dino Thunder.
they started getting really
Dino.
repetitive. I think they've done dinosaurs for the past like decade.
Dinosaurs are so hot. Yeah.
There's a name for that that type of
Lost in Space.
series where like you form a giant.
Power Rangers Time Force.
Like a
Sorry.
Voltron sort of thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Because it was
Voltron.
basically Voltron. What
Yeah,
they were
Voltron
ripping
is an
off,
earlier
yeah.
version of it, but Voltron isn't even the
Yeah.
first one.
No, they have Megazords and Power Rangers.
But there's a name for it. It's like mecha animation. I don't know.
Something
I
like you're onto it. I don't
I'm
know it.
onto it. I am like
I've
super
heard it,
into
like,
Voltron
once.
right now. I mean, like I never watched the original stuff, but
There's a reboot show of
yeah,
Voltron?
it's called Voltron Legendary Defender.
That's
It's a
on
Netflix
Netflix?
original series. They just started season 3 about within the last month, and season 4 comes out in like October.
Oh,
it's
so they're
like
just
they're
churning it
pounding
out.
Guys, the name is connected. I think I talked about this before. On
Good
here.
cast in it? Or
Yeah, it's Stephen Yeun is one of the main characters. It was considered to be season 4 of Legend of Korra, but it turns out it was just all the same producers and
Oh,
writers.
cool.
They're connected to every single video game and television show, animated television show like ever. One of the bigger ones being Adventure Time.
Okay.
A lot of the same actors. And
That
stuff.
was you were saying like Animaniacs and some
like
some
no,
people
I think
have
more
those?
modern stuff because it's
Okay.
a lot of modern actors. And
Right,
stuff,
but I mean those Animaniacs guys are still working.
Are they?
Oh yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that. I guess yeah, they must be. Why not? Right? They're nearing retirement though. They've
They've been up there. They've been doing it for a while,
Yeah.
but like Maurice LaMarche.
You're a
and,
big Animaniacs fan, huh?
Oh, huge.
I-
That still holds up to
Does
me.
it?
I
Yeah.
attribute how fucked up of my mind is to Cartoon Network shows from the early 2000s, like 2000 to like 2004.
Yeah,
Like
I
the-
feel like you missed the Warner Brothers upcoming.
Yeah, it was more like the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, the
Mhm.
Courage of the Cowardly Dog, Ed, Ed and Eddie,
Mhm.
Evil Con Carne, all
Yeah,
these
I remember
really
those.
Yeah.
weird
Those
shows.
are weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm so
I think
messed
those
up.
were coming off of like Ren and Stimpy weird.
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
know, and Rocco's.
Yeah.
yeah. Those shows. Definitely, people are like, "Oh, we can kind of be weird."
Yeah,
like it's
why
okay.
not? Like,
Yeah,
because a lot of those Cartoon Network shows only lasted like 2 seasons
Mm.
too, so they were just gone.
My friend who's a huge anime nerd, the way she talks about it is she's like they know where they're going to end, and so they're like this is a 4-season show.
That's great.
Kind of like how British television works.
Mhm.
And so that just reminded me of it because she's like they only lasted 2 seasons,
Yeah.
and those are American shows. And my guess is that they got canceled, as
Yeah,
opposed
pretty sure.
to anime and British television,
Right.
where we're not going to cancel because we know we have 4
right.
good things to get, 4 good seasons to get through.
And Breaking
Yeah.
Bad did that, and that was unique for them. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna end on season 5.
Because what I
Right,
can
right.
think of with one of those cartoons, because the creator of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy did a spin-off type show called Evil Con Carne, and that only lasted 2 seasons,
Okay.
and it got canceled
just
because
got
it's
cut off.
so weird.
Oh, I have a question for you.
There was a bear with like a brain like in like a dome, and then a stomach in a dome piece, and it was like evil guy and his wife, and it was like this dumb bear.
It's so ridiculous.
that.
I have a
That's
question.
great.
Did you watch Samurai Jack coming up? Did you see the reboot?
I haven't watched the reboot.
I heard it was awesome. I don't know
Yeah, I know,
anything
I
about
haven't
Samurai
seen it.
Jack, but I saw the trailer for the reboot and I was like, this looks good.
Samurai Jack was like the gem in all that
Was it?
weird stuff because it was also really weird. Like Powerpuff Girls at the same time. It was
Mhm.
weird too. But it was so good.
A lot of those shows, they have so much character. Like I feel
That's
like
a really
everybody
silent
that makes
show,
those
too.
things, people, I mean, everybody cares about their baby and their production too, but
Mhm.
but
A lot
like
of
those
effort.
shows, like they look like those people really care. I mean, it's just
Right.
animated series in general.
The cool
Yeah.
thing the cool thing with Samurai Jack was when I rewatched it like recently on I think it was on Hulu or Netflix. It's a really quiet show with dialogue
Oh.
in the first like
Oh, like
couple
narration?
seasons. Yeah,
Okay.
there's not really people talking all that much. It's more like
Huh.
visual.
Is he more like a kind of a stoic Mad Men Dexter, don't talk very much, but
Kind
he's
of,
badass
yeah. He
character?
really is.
Okay. Yeah. I want to watch it. I
need
want to
to
get more
rewatch
into
it.
I'm like it's only in like my recent adulthood that I'm like, you know what? I really want to get on to back to animated series,
Mhm.
and some of them are a little more
Samurai.
CGI based, kind of like Clone Wars,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
some of them are drawn like Rick and
Again,
Morty.
old school Clone Wars before the 3D rendered version on Cartoon Network, 2 seasons, amazing.
Oh, was the first 2 seasons were on there?
You can find it on YouTube.
Wait,
both
wait, wait.
seasons.
So-
It was a 2D animation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I never seen it.
Yeah, it is amazing.
It's good?
It's so it's just badass.
It was called Clone Wars?
Yeah.
What the heck's up with their naming? And then they had a movie called Clone Wars.
Yeah.
They should not have
'Cause
3 separate things
They
called
had
Clone Wars.
they had
Yeah,
the,
differentiate a little
they had,
bit.
like,
oh, the
reg-
animated movie, not even the
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like this 2 seasons of the show
2D,
and then
yeah.
I think it was after Disney acquired Lucasfilms that they rebooted with that Clone Wars series.
The
that's-
CGI, yeah.
And then they made the movie off that series.
Right.
Yeah.
And then is episode 2
yeah, it's called
Attack
Clone
of the
Wars.
Clones.
Attack of the Clones? Okay, I
Right.
see. That's good. At least they decided to do
Clones are in there, but it's not the war. It is the wars.
the Clone
but
Wars,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
is the
Attack.
beginning of the Clone Wars. yeah.
Yes.
The Clone Wars.
The
You can tell
Clone
I'm
Wars.
really passionate about
Yeah, you're
cartoons.
No, that's good. Would you have a favorite? Do you have
Fuck.
something that you go back to a lot? I know you said The Simpsons before. That's
Fuck.
My brain just like blew up. My fidget spinner is gonna break. Fidget cube's gonna break. God, I can't.
you couldn't do it.
I can't do it.
Top 5.
Top 5?
Ed, Ed and Eddie because it made me popular in elementary school because I
Wait.
could talk like Ed.
Really? What
Yeah.
does he sound like?
He's stupid.
You want to do it for us?
I know what is something you would say. You'd be like, "Oh, I can't. Man, I haven't done it so long." You'd be like, "Ed, Double D, don't say nothing like that." It's like really dumb.
Okay.
And I'd say like Ed, Ed and Eddie, that Star Wars Clone Wars, the first series, Samurai Jack, and what is it? Codename Kid Next Door. Forgot about that one.
even heard of
and
that
then I'd
one.
probably put another Cartoon Network show. They were amazing. They were what built me into this person I am today.
Uh-huh.
This man of a
Strapping,
man.
yeah.
Strapping young
This
man.
strapping tattooed black man.
What about yourself? I know you're a big Simpsons. That would probably be
Yeah,
your top.
first 10 yeah, I grew up watching
Mm.
that, and a lot of my humor is built upon references to
The
that
Simpsons got better for me because I got older, and then rewatching the old stuff, I got the references.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they just went right over
Sure.
my little 10-year-old head.
show. Batman the Animated Series.
I've never seen it. I want to see it.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
it is so good.
Do you like Batman Beyond?
I've never watched it.
The one where like Bruce Wayne isn't Batman and he has this other kid.
Is it like future Batman?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I never saw that
Yeah,
one.
his suit changes.
Yeah, and it's
and
like
also, is it more
Bruce Wayne's like an old man, and then he has like some little brat
Surrogate,
teenager.
yeah.
yeah.
Batman the Animated Series that came out around the Tim Burton Batman movies.
Okay.
It was like Batman
the
1 came
40s.
out. Yeah, back in the 40s. No, early 90s. Like in between Batman and Batman Returns, they came out with this animated series.
Okay.
And it was just like dark and like film noir-y, and just it really was a great iteration. Probably my favorite iteration of Batman is the animated series.
Did you watch the trailer for the new movie?
New-
Or, sorry, for the yeah, I think it's a new.
For Justice League?
It's the cartoon series, right?
It's a
With
cartoon
Adam
series.
West.
Yeah, has
The
Adam
last
West.
thing he did.
You haven't heard
No,
of that?
no,
Oh,
no,
you should
no.
watch
It's kinda
Screen
like-
Source episode 1.
Is
We
it
watched it.
is it an episode? Is it a cartoon?
Yeah, and it's more off of like the Adam West Batman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
More
I thought it was
campy
like a
and-
one-off.
It might be.
I
Hmm.
think it's like a film, but
s-
it is in this
Oh,
style.
yeah, I
Very
think it's
cool.
a-
Yeah.
TV movie.
Interesting.
TV
Adam West,
movie.
R.I.P.
Yeah, something like that. It was the last thing he did. I don't know.
Oh, so he voiced it.
Did he voiced it?
Yeah.
Right?
That's very cool.
Yeah, last
That's very
thing
cool.
he did.
Yeah, you should definitely watch that.
Yeah.
Did Adam West do the series that you're talking about?
No.
Yeah.
The guy that has done the voice of Batman
Troy
since
Baker?
the 90s. Not is it Troy Baker?
I don't know. That's
No.
might be
Troy
Joker.
Baker is. Oh, I forget. But no, he's been the voice of Batman for all the Arkham games, for all of the iterations of Batman since the 90s. He's like he did Batman. Mark Hamill did the Joker. That was like the first part of that. That was like how that began. But yeah, that was a fantastic show. And then Animaniacs, Freakazoid. Really liked Freakazoid. That was a good show. That was a
Never even
2-season
heard of
show. Yeah, it's very. He's a superhero that's constantly breaking the fourth wall and just
Okay.
doesn't give it like. It's not about who's he gonna fight or is he gonna win. It's just like how many jokes can they cram into one episode.
Okay.
Nonsensical. It's really fun. Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds meta.
It's so meta. Freakazoid is so meta.
What are we at on time?
Oh,
27.
When did we start?
1:47. I don't know. I'm just making.
Oh, okay. I'm checking Facebook here. It says that we're 40 minutes in.
Okay. So we have what circuit board or fucking.
Oh, no.
Word
I'm
of
sorry.
the-
We're
word of hell.
59 minutes and 33
Oh, good.
seconds.
Okay,
we
yeah.
got 30 seconds to.
And we have
cut
about
this
what
week.
30 minutes till screen source.
So screen source, they're all about to get here right now, so
Yeah.
maybe we should cut it?
Yeah.
Do you want to say the schedule for next week?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about next week.
Yeah, so
I
you're
did
the schedule
scheduler
master.
man this week.
Yeah, so let's talk about starting like right after this up until next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Wow! Right after this, we got episode 2 of Screen Source. Oh, there's I am. Episode 2 of Screen Source. We got some interesting stuff for movie news, reviews, trailers, all that good stuff, television, everything.
Yes.
Monday, we got another episode of Controller Alt Delete.
What will we be playing?
We're gonna be playing Crash Bandicoot
Insane Trilogy.
Insane Trilogy.
Have you played it?
Not yet.
Splatoon 2, and then probably some more indie Steam games. Always cap it
I'm
off.
thinking we should probably try some Nidhogg again.
Yeah.
Also, the return of Bon Bolum.
What?
He will be here Monday night,
He's
right?
gonna be here.
Available. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And then Thursday we got Improv Bagel at 8, followed by Burnt Bagel, the after show. Saturday we might have
Goth.
Goth Court on Ludum Tempest.
Correct.
And then after that we'll have an episode of Chuckle Fuckers, episode 5.
Is Goth Court a Ludum Tempest show or are We Destined Feud?
We Destined Feud. That's what I don't know.
I think it's
Could it be a
role-playing,
joint
Is
show?
is it a role-playing board game?
Crossover. We'll just have all the people that normally do one and the other.
We Happy Tempest.
We happy Tempest.
Then we have an episode of Chuckle Fucker with Eric Escobar.
Yes.
He's supposed to be at
Where's this comedian from?
L.A.
L.A.
That's what it said on his Facebook page when I
Nice.
stalked him. He's supposed to be doing comedy at Greg's Comedy
Comedy
Basement
Basement.
Sweet.
next Saturday. Yeah. And then
yep.
Sunday we got another episode of Circuit Board a week from today.
Yeah.
And then Screen Source
Yet
a
again.
week from today.
Big packed week.
Woo!
Should be fun.
Mhm.
And here comes in Screen Source hosts, as it were, standing behind the door, wondering whether or not he should come in.
Oh, the door's open
Okay,
anyway.
so I think we should probably just cut it and
Yeah.
then bring it back up.
See you in a few.
Cool. Bye.
Stay tuned. Bye.
Thanks for coming.